皆さんご安全に、やまけいです。ゲーム実況、NBA2K20 試合やっていきたいと思います。
And for the Spurs, Aldridge out there with Robinson.
ああ、負けた。
Then there's Murray. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Walker in at the two.
でも試合は
If you look at the grind of a regular
ベー
season,
ス一本。
Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of it?
Okay.
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games.
Very interesting. Now Rubio.
狭い。
by Kemba Walker from deep. Shea dishes to Walker. And no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Here's Walker. San Antonio with the rebound.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Well, we all know Che's a tricky cover. He can beat you and draw contact in so many different ways. Some teams have fancy dinners, guest speakers, and field trips. I mean, the Celtics culture is more straightforward. It's all about the work.
And that work ethic, the core of the Celtics values, are written on a big placard on their locker wall.
Yeah, it emphasizes unselfishness, execution, toughness, and hustle. Those are the values of their team.
Here's Murray following the bucket by the Celtics. Over Tatum. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Celtics have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Now Walker, a 24-point outing in the last game against Detroit. Tries it from 19. Second shot opportunity. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
The offense getting right to the rim, at least they save the lead.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws of the night.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
Rubio, the pass to Murray. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Walker in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Drills it from outside.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the deep.
It's a lazy effort. That doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Len. They shoot again. Rebounded by the Spurs. Their last encounter was in Boston, where they were able to handle the Celtics.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Now, here's Rubio. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7 points a game.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Took him no time at all on that one.
This young man has worked on his form. Tatum was a
year after year. Has worked on that shot, and Two said enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Now here is Robinson. 9 points last game out over Williams. Gets it to go from 8 feet. The jumper from Shea. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
Oh, not one to turn down a challenge. Shea making a nice move against good defense.
And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, Greg still has his leadership.
He's been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Just 5 to shoot.
クリーンクリーン。
Here's Hayward. Robinson pulls it in.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Right side, White. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward. The Spurs have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And both free throws good for White. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2 for 1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Edwards passes to Hayward. And again, busted with the triple.
This is where Hayward just gets better and better, squaring up off the catch.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game.
しっかり決めたいね。
Cook kicks to Robinson to the left wing. Here is Cook. Edwards defending. Here's the floater.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots.
Pass to Edwards.
あ、危ない。
And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. And some changes here for the Celtics. Guys sometimes don't make it big when they first get on the scene. Late bloomers that have caught your eye right now in the league. Guys that have really picked up their game.
How about D'Angelo Russell?
Okay.
Talk about getting traded, having to move at a young age. That really could be devastating for some players. So for him to have the skill set and the mental frame of mind to fight over that, I love it. And how about Julius Randle? I mean, I didn't see it coming. I knew he was a beast, but he's a beast. Beast.
You mean he's a beast?
Yeah, something like that.
Murray out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Robinson. And it's Walker in at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Shea in the last game against the Raptors put together a nice game. He had 9 points, and his rebounding and defense were certainly both factors. He brought a ton of energy out. A perfect performance from him shooting the ball. He literally did not miss. Obviously, it'll be hard to repeat that effort tonight.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
I think he will, because he takes being a leader seriously, and it shows in how he approaches things at both ends of the floor. I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come from him.
And Walker kicks to Rubio. Down low, here's Robinson. Shifted by Len.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Spurs leading by 5. Pass to Walker. And finish off by Walker.
He just goes from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. 52 seconds left in the first half of basketball. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Now the pass to Davidson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Tatum for 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Robinson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
And that one drops for him. And now it's a 9-point Spurs lead.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Walker against Rubio.
さあ止めるよ最後。
Here's Walker. 6 points for him. Lets it fly. That shot is off.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on.
And so it's San Antonio. Ahead by 9 is the... San
さあ後
Antonio
半開
leading
始。
by 9. Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Walker and Smart, the guards. Then there's Len. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Davidson in at the power forward. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the power rankings. Look at Milwaukee. They're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
And San Antonio, they weren't supposed to be this good. I mean, people have now started to accept that they're a real factor in how this season will ultimately play out.
Tatum deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
ナイスブロックや。
Here's Murray. He drains the quick shot. Murray's got the lead up to 11 now for the Spurs.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Robinson against Len. Here's Walker. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Electrifying score. Walker still burning so many minutes.
The Celtics have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts. Some changes here for the Spurs. Trey Lyles checked in for Aldridge. Nicholson comes in for Murray. And it's White in for Ricky Rubio.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Now here's Che. 9 points in the game so far. Walker against Williams. From downtown. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Nice.
He didn't do a good enough job with it. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
Walker against White. To the inside. There's Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
いやー飛べばよかったな。
Assist on the night. And White kicks to Nicholson. Pass to Lyles. Spurs passing it around. To the middle. Here's Walker. Goes back up. And it's good. 2 points. 11 points for Robinson.
Nice and steady so far in the second half. They're 3 for 4.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Celtics. Down by 12. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Feet out. No good off the back of the rim. San Antonio leading by 12. Here's Walker. That one is good again. He's straight from the floor with the basket.
Such a consistent night for him from the field. Whenever they need it, he's been their safety valve.
Edwards passes to Williams. Walker looking for an opening. Up and in on the way. Walker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the handling ability of Walker just
took action last season. Chris, how do you feel the league has responded to issues like discrimination?
Well, I think the league has done a wonderful job, better than any league. First of all, we acknowledge it. We don't just throw it under the rug and say there's no problem here. And that may be the toughest to be able to acknowledge that. And then secondly, to make quick, sweeping decisions, I think has also been awesome too. But I don't think any league in the history of sports has had more players speak up for issues in society than ours. Let's go back to Bill Russell and others, the way that they started the game and came in. We have to love it, and I love the fact that the league is not scared of the narrative, and we work together. And by the way, that Kyle Korver article was so awesome. It was so vulnerable for him to write that. And when you have players like that, no matter what color, that are selfless to speak out to make society better, then it's not just good for the game, but it's great for all of us. So kudos to Kyle and Jazz and everyone doing all they can do to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely.
I like watching Langford when he's knocking down and trusting that jumper, proving he has the touch needed to do damage from outside.
Now here's Gay. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. San Antonio shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one.
For anyone who feels like summer league doesn't matter, Che is a shining example of why it does. It's part of how he got his shot in this league.
Oh, here's Edwards. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Now, here's Langford. He started closer. Fires the three. Edwards can't hit.
It's a +5 for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Cook. Lays it up and puts it in. And the Spurs lead by 17.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Langford, the pass to Davidson.
吹いたぞ。
Right wing, corner shot. Langford misses.
Right bound.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something is rarely a good idea.
Stolen by Robinson. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Spurs.
And anticipates what the defense is doing.
さあ最後。
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already
サクッと終わ
out
らせる
of
ぞ。
hand. They've got Ricky Rubio, Cook out there with Robinson. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Zamanic in at the 4. That's the San Antonio 5.
You love how Walker just attacks the opening, feasting on any lane that D gives him.
Smart against Rubio. Gay outside, three-pointer, and the officials have called the illegal screen.
Maybe we can give him a pass for that turnover. Only because he's been reliable up to now, mistake-free.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. Nicholson comes in for Quinn Cook. Len's checked in for the Celtics. Smart finds Len. Back to Smart. Outside, Walker. Just 5 on the clock. No good with the triple.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The lift that Gay has poses so many issues for defenders, especially when he's going up with the shot.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Walker dishes to Che. Back to Walker. 2 minutes. There's the three. That one doesn't go. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Walker. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
Though Walker is just 6'1", he possesses impressive strength, as he showed right there.
Murray against Tatum. Murray surveying the D. 6 on the shot clock. From 13, basket good. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter. Celtics trail by 12. Walker with it. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And that one misses. Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston. And the second free throw, good.
They're looking to get the most out of every possession. Frustrated to miss even one free throw right now.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Spurs.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall selection was better.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Robinson.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass there. He's dominating.
いやー、いい時間だ。やりました。この調子で頑張っていきたいと思います。ご視聴ありがとうございました。